Today I'm going to show you how to put a new pack in if it's a Balboa. So most of the packs now, the Balboas will come shipped 120 volts. So most people's tubs are going to be 240 volt. So we got to change it over. So Balboa just started doing this. Some of them in the past, they would come 240 and the wirings would be totally different and give you a jumper wire. But now they come where you gotta basically change all the wires and look at all the schematics in there. So with the new Balboa packs, I'm going to show you what to do if your hot tub is 240. So first thing we're going to take these two bolts off. And all the information's right on the back here, where your pins are supposed to go. So you have to check to see what your equipment that you have, your pumps. So say if you had two pumps, so you got to make sure that each pump is 240 or 120. You got to figure out which one it is, and it'll show you all information right here. So okay, so your tub's going to be 240. This pack's going to be 120. So we're going to have to take this jumper off. Like I said, normally it would come with the jumper in a little pack. So here it's wired 120. So we're going to take this jumper off right here. So they're always in the same, it doesn't matter if you have the BP or any type of, this one's the BS 501. So we're going to pull this off. So those are jumper wire. Okay, so now it's 240. So now what you're going to do is all these whites, these neutrals, go to each spot. So you have to look at your schematics here and see what you have. So we have on this one here, we have pump 1. We have pump 1, AV, blower, circ pump, ozonator, light. So normally your ozonator is 120. Your circ pump could be, if you have a circ pump. So you just follow along all these pins, and it's a circ pump behavior, and then this coincides with the pins up here. So what we're gonna do here, now you wanna put A2, this is standard mode only. So we're gonna put, right now, they're all down except the last one, which is high amp mode or low amp mode, so don't touch that. So I like changing it from standard to economy because you don't really need all this stuff here, the standard, economy, sleep modes. So instead of like messing it up, if you have kids touching the buttons, it's good to just switch this one over before you install it. So we're gonna go standard mode only, so A2. And A2 is gonna be, where this red spot is right in here, that's all the pins right there. Right there. So we're going to move A2, and A2 is right on the end here. Oh, that's an A3. So that's A3, you want A3. And you go A2. So you want that standard mode. So we got that in standard mode. Let's see what else we got here. For the keypad, so you look on A7 for the keypad, and it depends if you have a blower, jet, temp, light. So blower doesn't necessarily have to be blower, it could be pump 2 if you have this pack here. So blower could be just jet, so jet, temp, light. So you're gonna have the blower button, the jet button, so 4 buttons, or you can change your top side to just jet if you have one pump. Right, so one pump, low speeds for your circ pump, and high speed is power pump. So here's jet, light, up, down, or down, up. So this tub that I'm putting this in, he has 2 pumps. So blower is going to be the pump, then jet, temp, light. So we're going to keep that down. Degrees, if you want Fahrenheit or Celsius, you can move that up. Right now it's on Fahrenheit. So you can turn it to Celsius if you want. You just take A8 and push it up. So circ pump says see circ pump behavior. You go down here if you have a circ pump, and it'll tell you exactly what you have here. If you have a 2-speed, 1-speed. So normally it's if you have no circ pump, you just keep those off. Circ pump's like usually the smaller pump, and it's usually behind the pack or on the side. It's what's the circ pump's going to be pushing the water through the heat tube. But if you only have one pump, that acts as your circ pump too. But so you don't have a circ pump. Okay, so if you have, so you got to follow all these back. So pump 1, see the neutral all the way back to the whites up here. So you got to check your pump and make sure if it's a 240. So that's where pump 1 is going to be plugged into. There's my wire right beside it, my neutral. So all these are 120. So check your equipment that you have, and if it's 240, you take whatever's coinciding with that. So here's the pump here. So we're gonna take that off, and you put it anywhere. It'll say red EC. Don't worry about it. It says red AC, and then neutral. So don't worry about that. So it goes from here, it's 120, down here it's 240. So you can just plug it in anywhere. Doesn't matter the numbers. So my power pump's going to be 240 because it says right on the pump. So you got to find out if it's 240 or 120. It's good to check your equipment to make sure that if it's a 120 or 240. So up here, 120, plug down here, 240. So check your equipment and just move any one. The rest of them, don't worry about it if there's nothing else plugged into it. Don't worry about the light's going to be just 12 volt anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, so your ozonator, check your ozonator if it's 120 or 240. Normally it's 120, but check out your equipment and just move the wires you have to. Okay? Now, if this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to us, and we'll see you on the next one.